It is that time of year once again. What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and we have our first look at WWE 2K24. Let's play the trailer and then read the press release, shall we? Let's go.
Cody Rhodes suffered a nightmare.
Finish the story, Cody. So not a full-on gameplay trailer yet, but
how my story ends.
You know, a little sneak peek here.
It's the story of legacy.
Look at the power of Belair!
I got the EST story.
And it might be! Good as a women!
Oh, rip the
I mean-
page out of your story.
The irresistible force meeting the
Of course.
immovable object. My story started at the very beginning, brother.
Okay.
My story's full of ass.
Ah, what is that?
Doing what he does best.
I'll end your story.
This story's not finished.
Okay, yeah, that was a rumor. Yes, finally, about time. Billy Graham? Okay. A lot to unpack there in that 1 minute of gameplay and not gameplay, and deep fake Steve Austin is deeply disturbing. So, let us get into the usual frame by frame in Adobe Premiere here and see if I can't see anything interesting in that actual gameplay bits of footage. Featuring a mix of gameplay captured on PC. Imagine that. And certainly a bit of irony in your tagline being finish the story, and I bet you we don't get the return of story creator. Just saying. There is your look at last year's Mania Arena. Love that. Spear! Got that double titles, and that is the same old referee. We'll get into that later. Just a little bit of that Bianca entrance, and then Bianca and Asuka here at Mania. And yes, they actually have real officials in this year's game. Rhea and the Queen at their Mania match. And of course, if you're doing a 40-year at Mania deal, and look here at ringside, you're going to have Hogan and Andre. Which, from a historic perspective, makes sense. From a gameplay, I would want Steamboat and Savage, but hey. And so, look, deep fake CGI Hogan does not look terrible. Big old leg drop, Mania 3, but look in the background here. Seth freaking Rollins t-shirt, time traveling. A very sweaty Steve Austin, but that there. This is gonna haunt my dreams. What are you doing, 2K? What is this? But we get Austin and Brett, the famous double turn. And I bet you during the famous blood pouring of the face is gonna be black and white, because they always do that now. But again, a Kevin Owens shirt, a John Cena shirt, you know, look. Have the classic shirts in the classic matches, because otherwise it looks weird. Stone Cold with the chair! Now, is that current Taker or is that a deep fake Taker? I can't tell. But there is one of your matches at Mania with Taker and Shawn. 25 here. And Cody on the ramp. There's Hulk. There's Relive 40 years. Now, I don't think that means we're going to have 39 matches in the showcase. I doubt it. Austin doing his thing. Taker doing his thing. And Solo. And guest referee Randy Orton. Finally, how many years have I said, man, bring back guest referee, and it didn't happen? Except for that 1 year, it was in the showcase, not actually in the main game. Like, why? And so even though this year I did not do a predictions video on what was going to be in this game, I would have always said, hey man, this match type, and finally it came true. So thank you, 2K, on that. And the RKO to Solo with Owens here in the background. And casket match with Shawn and Taker. And what's nice there with that Mania match, we finally get something besides 05 Shawn Michaels. About time. Close the casket, close the lid. I'm assuming a button mashing minigame there. And Rhea in the career mode. Once again, no physical with the goodies for your most expensive version, which sucks. And you know, if not for his current employment in AEW, this would have been gold dust. This would have been Dustin and not Superstar Billy Graham, which is weird, but okay, sure. I'm not mad at having back the undashing Cody Rhodes and Stardust, but sure, if you got Dusty, why not the Midnight Rider? All I'm saying. Because obviously, you can't have Ric Flair, he's in AEW. Which brings us to the press release on the 2K newsroom with more details here on finishing The story. 2K showcase of the Immortals with 40 years of Mania, 4 new match types, including ambulance and guest referee, 2 new My Rise experiences, I'll be here doing that in March, more than 200 superstars and legends, 90% of facial expressions updated, improvements to ramp cameras and dive cameras, move the camera during live gameplay, curious, March 8th for standard, March 5th for the deluxe and the big version. And we still have the slingshot tech from the gameplay to the real video. Will they have commentary? Probably not. And the reason I don't think you'll see every single Mania represented here is because simply look at Mania 2000, right? Which match there would have somebody who's not already in AEW or otherwise to actually be in that mode, which would make sense. So I'm sure they'll skip some Manias. Players asked and 2K24 delivers guest ref, ambulance, casket, and gauntlet matches. Will they all be available to use in My GM is my question. Backstage Brawl now has 4 player support. Thank you. New interactive environmental elements finally, including a working elevator, breakable control room glass, cry me a river, and a vending machine with throwable sodas. Hilarious. 8-player online Royal Rumble, sure. And of course, War Games, Extreme Rules, etc., etc. Gameplay upgrades, super finishers, trading blows, yay, boo. New weapon types, including trash cans. I thought we already had trash cans. Guitars. After you released Elias and Rick Boo, so I guess only for the hunky tonk man. And microphones, and you can throw weapons. Cool. Also, 7 real referees are included. But does that mean only current day referees? I would assume no Earl Hebner, no Mike Chioda, At least we'll get Lil Nate, right? My GM. So, new GMs, more match types, yes. More dramas, okay. More titles, yes. Talent scouts, trading between brands. Finally, the trading is very important for GM mode. Superstar contract management and the new Superstar Journey, which lets you earn XP, train, and level to get benefits after being in matches. Fantastic. That I will hopefully do with Grimm again. We'll see. My faction, don't care, go away. My Rise, again, back to having both men's and women's storylines. Excellent. Featuring Roman, Cody, Foley, and others in their My Rise voiceovers. Great. Expanded rewards, original characters being in other game modes. Will we get a playable Ribby is the question. More impactful overall than ever before. We'll see. Universe mode! Did they fix it? That's kind of the only question here. Yeah, you can add things, but does it actually work as it's supposed to work? Because it's kind of been busted for a little bit here. Double title matches. Loser leaves town. Okay, again, if it works, great. Creation Suite. The crown jewel. Best in class. I mean, look, compared to AEW, obviously best in class. All new support for Create a Referee and Create a Sign. New parts, animations, superstars, GMs, arenas, entrances, movesets, championships, and more. And Peacock, yeah, whatever. And of course, your fine details, nitty-gritty 60 on old consoles, 70 on new consoles. Pre-order bonus is the Nightmare Family Pack, so not CM Punk. Is CM Punk in the game? In addition, all digital pre-orders of 2K24 will include the standard version of 2K23. Sure, I guess, why not? Cross-gen digital is 70. The version that I will buy is the deluxe for 100, which as always includes your 5 post-launch DLC season pass, and the My Rise Mega Boost and Supercharger, a bunch of My Faction garbage, but all attires for Bianca and Rhea. And yes, early access. And your big 120 version is digital only, like last year, and that gets you all attires for Macho Man Mania 6, Ray at Mania 22, Triple H at 30, Charlotte at 33, Rhea at 36, and more My Faction garbage. But also the Mania 40 Arena, so at least we'll have it this year at some point, a proper, hey, we got this year's Mania Arena. That's cool. But obviously here, it is a post-launch thing. And there's your first look at 2K24, very promising. And again, last year was solid, so if you just take that bit where it's solid and build on it, then you can't lose, right? You hopefully can't lose. It hopefully won't have issues, but every year we say that and there's always something that's not quite right. But I'm very surprised, considering he debuted back in November, we don't get a Hey Man pre-order bonus for CM Punk. That's, to me, is the most surprising thing here. Because you'd think they would fast track a CM Punk being in the game at day one. In any event, I'm very curious to see any further details on what they're going to have in this year's game. And certainly I'll be here, hopefully, fingers crossed, day one, playing it for all my usual types of videos on this channel. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. Tune in. I'll see you then. See you here. See you next time. And I'm out.